Hello there, Edison players, and welcome back to another tournament match review. We see one of the players, Ugur, saying hi to his mom. So hi to Ugur's mom if you're watching. And Ugur is the Vayu player of this round, so we had some sort of Blackwing deck almost every round, but that's okay. It's a very beloved deck. He's playing against Chris, and Chris is playing WelleDAD. So going to start off with Krebons, attacking for 1200 damage. It's the little bits that count. Going for 8000 can be a bit tough sometimes, but going for 6800, that's a lot more manageable. We're going to see Ugur's entire hand. There is a hamster which is going to be spun back. We see Burial, Charge, Allure, Torrential, and Blackwing Gale the Whirlwind. So now Ugur is going to try his luck, activating Charge, going to mill. Well, at least there's a Sirocco milled, right? Adding the Raikou. But we see a juicy mind control in Chris's hand. Oh. Is he going to use that on what he can assume to be a Raikou? It has to be a Raikou or a set Gale, but setting Gale would be a very odd play, right? Yeah. Raikou gets flipped, destroys Ugur's back row, Mystical Space Typhoon, and mills. An Allure, a Brain Control, and a Tomato. So definitely not the best mills, but Mind Control did its job. The Raikou was cleared, and it's going to go for Magical Androids. So that would put Ugur down to 5000 life points if the attack connects, but he still has a normal summon. Here is a Plague. Going to immediately go for Goyo Guardian and attack. So that is a 6-4 minus 28, that is 36. So Ugur has to take some action now. Going to Allure, we know that he has that Gale. So pretty heads up that Chris went for Goyo because Gale cannot handle that. A Brionac would have been handled by Gale, but no, Goyo is just too big on its own. See Ugur banishing a Vayu for the Allure. So that's not where you want to be. He does have a Burial as well, so that could be one of the bluff sets. Goyo attacks the Card Trooper. Okay. Is he going to take the Card Trooper? He's going to double check. Card Trooper has to be in your possession when destroyed. You see Ugur trying to activate Torrential Tribute, but this is damage step, so that shouldn't be possible. Chris doesn't notice this and pays half his life points to negate that, but a Judge Call would have spared him 4000 life points. Plays back to Ugur. He is going to have to start committing. There is the Sirocco. Oh, we do have the Gale in hand. That's known information. Going to have the Goyo Guardian, and now Gale can take down Goyo Guardian, but Sirocco can. Could even pump if he wants to take away the Card Trooper. I think Chris forgot to mill off Card Trooper, but should be able to do so next turn if he wishes. But Dimensional Prison banishes the Sirocco. That's bad news. But yeah, Chris correctly pointing out, has to be in your control to draw a card. I believe they did call a judge for that. So let's forward just a bit. Yeah, so attacking over the Card Trooper, setting another card. But Goyo Guardian still strong enough to beat over the Gale if he wants to. Then he could go for Synchro 9 Gothams, since he does have an Earth non-tuner. But I doubt we're going to see that happen. Though it would be pretty nice at this point. Blake is going to be summoned from the graveyard. So Goyo turns into Thought Ruler Archfiend. Okay. See a bit more Psychics coming down from Chris's side. Attacking over the Gale. So that's even more damage to Ugur's life points. And Chris gets to gain some life points as well. So this game is looking in his favor at the moment. Ugur just going to have to set a card to both rows. Now there is a Vayu in the graveyard, and I believe a Sirocco was milled off the charge. Aha! Top deck Sirocco. So he could summon Armtwing and then pump. And it looks like that is exactly Ugur's plan as well. So that is going to be a 4300 attack point monster, crashing over the Thought Ruler. But now we have Torrential from Chris's side. Is Torrential again going to be negated? Ah, there's Deck Devastation Virus, and it looks like Chris lost his entire hands to this card. Rough, rough. And there is Burial, so going to put back 2 Vayus and a Sirocco. Going to summon another Armtwing. So Chris is going to have to deal with this without the small monsters that are commonly played in his deck. So his top deck is going to have to be an excellent one. Necrogarna gets destroyed by Deck Devastation Virus, but that's not enough, right? Yeah, Chris also seeing the writing on the wall. Going into game 2. Players are taking their time to side deck. And Chris is going to start things off. Looks like he has a bit more back row this time, so that's good. As well as Allure of Darkness. Okay, that's where you want to be, I think. Looks like he sided in Nobleman of Crossout. That's excellent to counter the Hamsters and Raikos. Armageddonite going to get summoned, sending Destiny Hero Malicious. So potentially setting up a big play for later. He has a Necrogarna as well, sets one of his traps. But let's see whether Ugur can break this board. Starting off with Dark Refer, that's a strong start. Taking priority. It's tough. Do you bottomless here or do you bottomless the Armtwing that's potentially gonna come out? I like saving my bottomless for the Armtwing. It takes away some resource, but it very much depends on whether Chris can clear the Greffer. If this Greffer sticks around, it's going to keep accumulating advantage. It's going to be tough to clear that to 2 back row. Ah, Gaiku. Unfortunately, the old man is going to say no to this very old Ghost Destroyer. That would have been huge if that stuck. MST taking out the Royal Oppression. Very good to get that out of the way as well. But now, play is back to Ugur. He's going to use reinforcements of the army, get the Necrogarna immediately pitched at for the Greffer to send, I presume, another Vayu. Ah, Plague. So is there potentially a big play coming with Brionac? See Vayu getting used, Armtwing coming out, and there's the bottomless trap hole. And Greffer pinches for 17. passing turn. There's the power well, but there's no Psyche tuners in the graveyard yet. Tough to see, tough to see. Chris setting a monster, setting another back row. And Ugur drawing, looks like another dark monster, Sirocco at that. So that Greffer is going to send another Vayu to the grave. Yeah, it's tough if there's a Greffer out and you cannot get rid of it. Vayu using its effect. Here's another Armed Wing. Poking over the set monster. If I'm not mistaken, that has to be the Necroguard now, right? Is the attack connecting? No. Armed Wing getting hit by a deep prison. Might just be too little too late. Necrogarna gets destroyed. And Chris has a Dark Greffer of his own. Unfortunately, he just discarded the Necrogarna. Or rather, had his Necrogarna destroyed. So I'm not sure whether he has any Dark Monsters in his hand to pitch. Ugur has a Necrogarna of his own, so even if Chris wanted, he couldn't make the Dark Greffers crash. He's not even going to give Ugur the choice to banish Necrogarna or not. He's just going to pass turn. And Ugur drawing another Sirocco. This guy's got magic hands. This is what happens when you say hi to your mom on camera. Blake going to be used. Putting a card back on the top of the deck. Summon is fine. And that's 3 Darks engraved, so Daddy's home. Going to take priority, banish a Sirocco to pop the monster, banish another Dark. At this point, that's a lot of damage on board. I'm not sure whether that's enough for a game. That's 56 coming through. Chris isn't scooping, so either he has a horse or a track. Necrogarna taking out the Goyo Guardian. This has to be it. What did he draw? Smashing Ground and Nobleman in the hand. That is not going to do it. So looks like Ugur wins this final round of Swiss, and that gets him into the top cut. Unfortunately for Chris with his WelleDAD, let's call the deck. Yeah, unfortunately not today for him. Guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't done that already. Bye.